Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. We are back in the shop today. No more snow plowing for a while. Hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of different kind of content though of pushing some snow around. I do mess around equipment a little bit, but I really love this stuff. So I'm really happy to be back in the shop. I got my little fix for running some equipment for a few days. So now it's time to get back to work. I did get my piece for the bumper. It is here. It is 4x8 3/16 stick, I think is what it is. And Dad and I did get the other pieces, the gangway. They should be here Friday, or be done Friday. Also, I have the deck plates made for Sam's truck that we will have Friday. But it's Tuesday right now. But we are back on working on trucks here in the shop. So what I'm going to start with today is this bumper piece. I kind of just tacked in here to figure out kind of how everything was going to fit. And there's some clearance issues I have with the way that this cross member comes down, tucks under, because it makes a gap there. So it'd be a little hard to weld that, and just true up some of these edges so that this sits back a little more flush. And just getting all this more happy back here, more better. So it'll fit in there like it should. And I'd like to get all that burn in and welded solid where it should be. And then also get the bumper cut, because it has little angles that kick on the sides of it. So I'd like to get this piece cut and built and put on there as well, so that all that stuff can be done and ready for the new pieces that we're having made to do that stuff. And I hope to be able to make that stuff myself here sometime soon. I got metal brakes and stuff in the works and coming, and a shear, and so that Dad and I could actually, and a plasma table even, so that Dad and I could actually cut these pieces out ourselves and bend them here, so everything would be made here in-house, which would be awesome. I'm excited about that. Anyways, enough of that. We're going to get working on this stuff back here and see if we can get that back setup done today. right, we got a bumper on the truck. Looks pretty good. I don't think that's going to go anywhere if anybody, yeah. It's pretty stout. This piece is still going to go in there to close that off. We need to bend this a little more down so it'll fit in there like it should. But I'm waiting on that because we're waiting on the side panels to get remade. Should have those Friday. It's Wednesday, so can't really work on any more stuff on the sides. I could cut the holes in the bumper for the lights, but Dad's not here today to know exactly where he had planned on putting them, and I don't want to cut them wrong, so not going to do that. Can't really do much more with the fenders at the moment, and I won't mount the fuel tanks to the stacks yet, so you know what that means? Yep. We're going to come in here and see if we can make this engine disappear. Work on some floor pieces and firewall pieces and just see if we can get that part done. So let's push this truck back, make some more room so we can get in and out of this cab easier, and see what we can get done today. Well, we've done made a mess, that's for sure. I've got a even larger hole in here now than what I had before. But the way I'm thinking about making panels so they tie in, it's going to be better just to start over with everything. So that's where we're going to go. Got everything trimmed out. Going to be putting panels back in here. But got something in the mail today that sponsor number 11. Let's go check it out. So yeah, sponsor number 11, Primeweld. Reached out to Primeweld about this is a 225X TIG welder, and sent a couple emails and told them what I did, and they said we'd love to get behind you, and here it is. Just showed up today. So huge shout out to Braden with B2 Shots for coming by to help me film that video you guys just seen. It is Sunday. I'm out here. I want to talk a little bit more about this Primeweld machine, just since I've used it now and have a little experience with it, and just to give you guys an overview. Part of my deal with Primeweld was to put that reel out that you guys just seen, and then to talk about it on my channel. So once again, it is a Primeweld 225X machine. It is TIG for AC and DC, so you can switch it from AC to DC. It has 2T and 4T, which allows you to use that little trigger that you would put on it instead of a foot pedal if you'd rather use that. And it does have pulse on it as well. You got to set everything yourself. There's no, I know unlike some of the other welders, you can get in there and set the parameters of like the thickness of material, what kind of material. This one doesn't do that, but this one allows a lot of adjustability with all kinds of stuff. So I have learned what all these knobs do on this thing, and I understand everything pretty well. This is an air-cooled machine. This is not a water-cooled machine. You can get water-cooled torch and stuff for this, but that's not what I have. It does come with the CK Worldwide torch handle, or torch, which is, from what I've been told, a really, really good torch. And I do have these Primeweld gloves. I don't know if those actually come with a welder if you order it, or if they just send them to me, because I'm not sure. So don't quote me on the gloves if it comes with those or not, but you do get the welder, you get the CK Worldwide TIG torch. Of course, you get your ground clamp, you got a foot pedal with it, you get your gas valve and lines, and there is a arc weld stinger that you could use if you want to arc weld with it as well, or stick weld. And yeah, so far it's been a pretty cool machine. No judgments, because I'm still learning, but I did do some TIGging on this Fender, and I've been practicing doing some stuff so it is definitely an art, and it's going to take me some time to get good at it, but I'm working on it, and I'm excited about it. But once again, huge shout out to Primeweld for hooking me up with the welder, and it's going to be an awesome addition to have here in the shop to just take the projects that much more over the top. Once again, huge shout out to Primeweld for jumping on with us with that TIG welder. Super excited about that. I've done some playing with it. I'm no professional, but I've got some time into it that I feel like I could melt some aluminum together. I got some projects coming up that are aluminum, so you can see, yes, it's not great. Nobody freak out in the comments. That's like the third day I've ever TIG welded in my life. So we're working on it, but I think I understand the concept. It's just going to take some time. So enough of TIG stuff. We are back with Devin's truck today. And I know this is Monday, which means that you didn't get a video this week, so it's going to be a longer one, but whatever. Here we go. I got the panels redone that we had talked about. They're here. Some of the older stuff's here and the newer stuff's here. So I'm going to go on ahead and get the old front panels off of this, and go on ahead and get the new fronts and the new backs on it, and get everything happy and where it's supposed to be, and maybe get those fully attached today. And also I have this side plate that's not attached yet either. It's just kind of there. So just need to make sure everything's happy as far as side panels and all that, and get everything attached. That's my direction for today. I know I cut all this out earlier in the video, and yes, I still haven't done anything with it. Chelsea's been sick. I'm actually sick, starting to get sick. So we'll see if I can make it through this video without coughing and hacking my head off and all that stuff. But Max, what do you think? He's been a little sick too. I don't know what his deal is. He's not eating his food like he should be. He's been to the vet once. We've already got him some medicine. He's throwing up, doing weird stuff. So I don't know. He eats so much junk, and like right now, hey, what even is that you got stuck to your nose? You don't even know, do you? Sometimes I feel like he shouldn't be out here as much as he is because he just eats everything, don't you? Anyways, enough talking. Let's get to starting on some of this stuff. All right, we got all these panels tacked onto this thing. Everything looks really good. I like the lower skirts on this and how everything's coming together. But now the issue, it's not an issue, but it's just something I need to fix. What it comes down to is that these fenders have so much weight out here on this edge that just by sheet metal, they're too heavy. So I'm going to have to make a brace of some sort that comes out into the fender that goes back and ties up into the frame on front and back of both sides to give those fenders some extra support. Yes, I'm still sick. I don't feel terrible, but I sound terrible. So, and my heat quit today. I don't know what's going on with my furnace, but it's it's not working. It's 40, it's 47 in here. It's not terrible, but it's not warm. But it is what it is. Life goes on, and got to keep going. There's trucks to build.
Max, what do you think? Max, have we fallen and we can't get up? Are you down for the count too? Man, I don't feel good.
All right, it's 2 days later. Yeah, the flu really put me out for a couple days. I haven't been out here for at least 2 days, maybe 2.5 days. But where I left off, you guys had seen that I had was laying on the ground, and the reason I was doing that is I was building these stands. There's stands under the front and the rear tires on this thing now. It allows me to get, obviously, under it better. I had it up on some jack stands, and it was just too sketchy. I didn't like it. And then to get this fender where I wanted it and lined up, it still moves. And since it still moves, I couldn't just pull the tire out of it and still keep the wheel centered to see where it's going to be. So I decided we better build stands. I'll use them for a lot of other builds, for getting under them for exhaust and wiring and just everything. I'm going to be having the Jack's Wax truck back here, the 4-door. We're going to put a clutch in it. So that'll be an awesome setup to be able to pull the training out of that and put a clutch in it. So I still don't feel 100%, but I can't keep sitting inside. I'm done. I gotta do something. I'm going crazy. So we do feel better today, but still not 100%. But so I'm gonna start getting underneath this thing and try to figure out the supports of how we're gonna keep these fenders from flopping around. We didn't get any more done inside either. So that all this in here still needs finished as well. A lot of sheet metal work to do. And it didn't help that I missed a couple days this week. It is what it is. Well, let's get to doing something. Okay, I've been rolling around under this truck looking at it, trying to figure out the best way to brace these up. And obviously, you see, it's pretty wobbly. Then you come over here, and oh. So what I did was I just put this piece of 1x2 welded to the bumper to this panel all the way up to the top there, and it strengthened that whole panel and tied it into the bumper to get rid of all that flex. That's going to work out pretty good. I was kind of concerned how I was going to make cross pieces that would come out so that because you still got to be able to get the springs out of it if you ever need to pull the springs of the rear end. So you would have to have a way that they would disconnect so the springs could still drop through. So that's kind of what I did. We'll go for a little trip underneath here. These stands are pretty awesome. So, as you can see, that piece is all back here behind, all nice and welded in. So you can see how this side just moves a bunch. But if you strengthen that panel up, you know, we don't, oh, that was hot. We don't have any more movement. So now I just need to come up here to the front and figure out how to do the same, because I got the jack under this side now to hold my wheel gap level, or where I want it, I'll put it that way. So I need to probably come in here and do something similar, but I'm not sure if just strengthening this panel is enough, or if I need to tie it back up there into the frame. Well, I guess there's only one way to find out, and that's to cut a piece and put it up there and see what it does. Okay, for the last little bit of letting you know where we're at with stuff in the shop. You've seen me build the stands. You've seen me put the bumper on this. It's been 2 weeks since you guys had a video. I'm sorry. I was sick most of this past week, so I didn't get near as much done as I wanted to. But this fender is pretty solid with the bracing I put in it. There's some 1x2 that runs down that stiffens up this panel, and then 2 kickers over to the frame. And then on the back, there's a piece that runs inside of there and over. So you can see it up in there. It runs down and then it's welded to the bumper. So that just strengthens all this. So this fender's got a lot of rigidity now, and it's not all floppy all over the place like this one over here is. Yeah, that's not good. Can't do that. So obviously I haven't done that one yet, but this side's done. I plan on getting pretty deep into the back of this with this coming week. I am feeling better. I'm still not quite 100%, but I'm good enough that we need to be out here working. So excited to get done. Hopefully get the back of this straightened up on this truck. Start working on the firewall and things in this truck, because yes, it's not done yet either. So need to be working on that. But Brett has been killing it over here on Sam's truck. He's got the fuse box and stuff in it there. He's got a lot of the wiring, getting it all finished up and straightened up. He's got the dash in here that he's got started wired up and everything. We're really close to turning a key and hearing this thing run. So probably next week's video, you will hear this thing run. These back plates are laying here. I need to take these still to get them bent, which I'm going to probably do tomorrow. This plate's bent and there where it should be. This one needs a little work to get it to fit the way I want it. But for the most part, his truck is getting pretty well wrapped up that we can be doing some test driving. And it's supposed to be pretty nice this week as far as temperatures. So as long as the roads are dry and we don't have a bunch of salt on the roads, yeah, you may see some content of driving that thing around, which will be fun. But that is kind of where things are at. It's been a pretty crazy last couple of weeks, because I know the last video you guys seen me, I was plowing snow, and that kind of pulled me out of the shop for a few days, and then was still waiting on these bigger parts to get made, because you seen me switch from the shorter ones to the longer panels that stick out further. So it's just kind of waiting a little bit, and then I got sick, and just all the excuses to let you know why I drug my feet. But I'm gonna try to get back to doing weekly videos again now that things are, I feel normal again and I have some time. So that's the plan. And yes, some are gonna be mad Chelsea's not out here for the send-off. I'm sorry. Merchandise is coming. I know a lot of people keep asking. I know I keep promising. I just talked to Todd about the website like 30 minutes ago, and we're setting up a time here this week or next week to finalize getting things on there, and I promise it will be live for you guys. I promise. And I have not forgotten about my 10,000 subscriber giveaway. We're still doing that as well. It's just I'm one person, guys, and this all takes a lot more than I expected to be able to build stuff and then balance family and then trying to film, and then we got snow and I'm sick, and just, it's a lot. It is a lot. And we're having a baby too, so that's crazy. So yes, Chelsea's not here to end this video off, but I am going to end it off. So thank you guys for sticking with me. But appreciate you guys watching. God bless. We'll see you on the next one. A huge shout out to Braden for that video that you just seen. He come and